I've been asked to draw a new robot, probably a simple robot that a beginner could build, which is a bit difficult because I tend to think a bit more crazily. I'm guessing a beginner wants something with probably cordless drills rather than brushless motors and things like that. So I'm going to have to start a new robot. I guess we'll start a new assembly. We'll put some drills in there. Where's my cordless drills kept? Yeah, there's a cordless drill. There's two cordless drills. I think we'll just do a two-wheeled robot. It's a bit simpler. We can make a four-wheeled robot later, but we'll do a two-wheeled one to begin with. We've got some cordless drills. We need some wheels. We have a 95mm red wheel. And these wheels were modelled in SolidWorks. They must be quite old. I haven't used SolidWorks in years. Oh well. What else do we need? Battery. We need a battery. What battery should we use? Got a 4-cell lithium polymer 2004. That one. Lithium polymer 4-cell. Speed controllers. I think I've got some TZ85s in here somewhere. Where are they? What did I call them? TZ85. There we go. I guess we need two of those. That's what we need for a simple robot. Now, how am I going to build it? I don't know. We will start by making a new. I will save this. Save it. We'll make a new folder called Simple. We'll give it a part number. F1001. Yeah, simple. And we'll build a new skeleton. First thing, I need some parameters. I'll click on parameters, or link. Go back to the common parts folder, and we'll find cordless drill. Cordless drill, there we go. Open. I want all the dimensions. Because I've got dimensions for motor length, motor diameter, gearbox length, all that sort of rubbish. Done. Yes, that'll do for the moment. What else do I need? Now we'll just start building the sketch. We'll do it on the XY plane. And we will draw a rough outline of a motor, I guess. So there's a motor, it's a gearbox, it's a double D on the front, there's a shaft, do one up the other side of the robot. Very, very rough. Constrain all the rectangles so the center points are together. And the same with this one. Where everything's in line. Where's that something? Make everything on both sides of the robot equal. go, that's equal. And we'll position it about the center line, center point. I'm going to draw a construction line in between the two motors and constrain the center point of that construction. Center point of that construction line with the 0, 0 mark. So that way the motors are sitting exactly the same distance from the center. Now we'll dimension it with all the parameters that I brought in. And I'll just throw a few dimensions on first, we can change them later. Because I made them both equal, I only need to do one side and a dimension in between. There we go, everything's black. So now I just make those dimensions correct. So that's the drill motor length. Oops, a bit bigger than it looks. That one there will be the gearbox length. This one here will be the double D length. And this one here should be the axle length. Shaft length. Ooh, that's a bit long. That's not hard. We only want it to be 12.5. I'll just do 12.5. And then we have motor. Motor dial. There it is. This one here. This gearbox. Maximum OD. This one is the double D width. And then there's a shaft width, which we'll just put in as 10. And we'll put the space in between the motors to be about 50. So let's position their motors. We'll draw some wheels. Because the wheels are very old SolidWorks models, they don't have any parameters. So we can't link them into the model and make sure that they're all 100% correct. So I'll just have to use plain ordinary dimensions. So 95 VOD, and the width is, what is the width of the red wheel? Width of the red wheel is 31.5 millimeters. Oh yeah, so that's, and we'll just dimension from the outside of the wheel to the outside of the other wheel, except, there we go, the robot at the moment would be 363.2 millimeters wide. Oh, that's pretty wide, I reckon. Or do I make my robots too small? No, that'll be a good dimension. Yeah, we should draw in a battery. Figure out where the battery's going to be. Put the battery at the back. How big's the battery? We need to link the parameters to the battery. So that was a lithium polymer 2450 milliamp hour full cell. Open user parameters. Done. Then we make the length of the battery to be that one, the length, and the width. Width. So that's how big the battery is. It's not very big. And then look, lots of empty space. let's put the battery on one side and the speed controllers on the other. We'll leave lots of empty space in this robot, so we'll stick the battery in the middle. And we'll make it at 60mm from the center line of the motors. Put in another two rectangles over here for the speed controllers. Equal, so equal, put in another center line here, just so they'll be spaced equally over the center of the robot. We'll go back to parameters, hit link, and link to the model of the TZ85s, and there we go. I've got my heights, widths, lengths, everything in there. Okay, done. Dimension those rectangles with the height and with the length and width. TZ85 length, TZ85 width. There we go. We'll make these fellows 60mm apart, and we'll do them 60 from the center line as well. So that's my rough layout of the robot. And then we'll finish that sketch. So that's what my robot might look like. Might change it. Actually, I'll rename that sketch first to be layout instead of sketch 1. Edit the sketch first. What I might do is draw a rectangle around the whole outside of the robot as a construction line. First, I'll say we want how much gap between the armor and the wheels. We want lots, because this is a beginner's robot. We'll put 20mm. And then between the speed controllers and the front, we'll put 20mm. And between the battery and the rear, we'll put 20mm. Done. Finish sketch. So that's what the layout of my beginner's robot looks like. It's kind of boring. I don't like boring robots. What do I do next? I don't know. Maybe I will put in a motor mount, the front of the motor mount for the drill. So I'll create a new plane, select the XZ plane, and then select a point on where the double D meets the gearbox. And that is a new plane. Turn its visibility off, because I like to turn all my planes off because they get annoying. And I'll rename that to work plane, motor, mount, front, left. That's the left hand side of the robot.